Well, the Gestapo did it again. Killed another person. Apparently a refugee in Buffalo, New York. 50-something-year-old man, mostly blind. And he was out on bail, and they dumped him off 5 miles from his home in Buffalo, New York. I don't know. I didn't see the exact date that this happened, but it's been snowing there for a while. Hopefully they didn't drop him off during the bomb cyclone, but of course the guy who's mostly blind couldn't find his way home. Was found 3 days later, dead. The coroner said because of medical issues. I'm sorry, when a person dies, isn't it usually medical issues? Unless it's, outright homicide. What? Watch this clip. I am so disgusted.
A man who was dropped off at a random Tim Hortons by Border Patrol agents without his family being notified has been found dead. He was nearly blind and could not speak English.
He was initially reported missing, and people searched for him for days. Our Trina Counterson joins us now with the concerning details. Trina.
Dave and Kelsey, for the past few days, loved ones in Buffalo have been desperately trying to locate Nurul Alam, a nearly blind Burmese refugee. According to Buffalo police, last night he was found dead, and questions are swirling. Both local and federal leaders are now calling for answers. Congressman Tim Kennedy releasing a statement saying Mr. Alam should be alive and with his loved ones today.
This story begins 1 year ago when the Erie County District Attorney's Office says Nurul Alam was indicted following an incident in February where 2 Buffalo police officers were injured. Police have not confirmed the exact details of that incident, but we know Alam was initially charged with assault and possession of a weapon and has been in jail since. On February 9th of this year, Alam took a plea deal, pleading guilty to criminal possession of a weapon and criminal trespass. In a statement, the DA's office said in part, quote, "It was our understanding the defendant would remain in custody on bail ahead of his sentencing on Tuesday, March 24th. But that was not the case. On Thursday, February 19th, the Erie County Sheriff's Office says bond was posted. U.S. Border Patrol had placed a hold on Alam and were made aware he was about to be released. Agents arrived at the holding center before Alam was officially let go by the Erie County Sheriff's Office. According to Customs and Border Protection, agents took Alam into their custody and dropped him off at a Tim Hortons in Black Rock, close to where they thought Alam lived. Turns out it was an old address and his family had since moved. His family was not initially notified. Reported missing by his attorney, who says Alam was nearly blind, spoke no English, and dealt with serious medical conditions. While his family searched for him, there was confusion over whether he was even considered missing. Buffalo police say a detective on the missing persons case temporarily closed it after mistakenly believing Alam was in ICE custody. That wasn't the case, and the investigation was reopened. On Tuesday night, Buffalo police say officers responded to a dead body call in the first block of Perry Street. On Wednesday, Alam was identified by the Erie County Medical Examiner, and his family was notified. The cause of death was ruled as health-related in nature.
This is going to be close.
Yeah, it's saying there that he was originally arrested for being armed and he had weapons charges against him. Well, turns out the weapon was a curtain rod. Guy was blind. I guess he couldn't afford a cane. So he had a curtain rod that he walked around with. He's mostly blind, almost totally blind. And apparently he wandered onto somebody's property or something, was lost. And cops were called, and the cops just jumped on him. And he didn't know what was going on. He defended himself. He took a couple swings with the curtain rod. Now, why do I say murder? In law enforcement, actual law enforcement, I guess Border Patrol gets more training than ICE, but still, you're responsible for the people you take into custody. It's like parenthood. When they say you have custody of a child, It means you're responsible for the safety, well-being of the child. You as law enforcement are responsible for the safety and well-being of your suspect or whoever you have in custody. You don't just dump them off at some random restaurant somewhere. You don't not inform their family. I mean, the lack of training and just normal law enforcement behavior pisses off my former cop anarchist, my former anarchist cop ass. I can barely say that because it's so funny. My life, what I did as an anarchist, became a cop for about 3 years until I, turned in my superiors for evil deeds, broke the code of silence, because that's why I was there. I took the job to change the system from within. I was young, I was idealistic. I didn't exactly accomplish my mission, but I still am just appalled at the terrible, terrible policing, the terrible training of these people. You are responsible for the people in your custody. You don't just dump them off in the snow, mostly blind, with nowhere to go. Shame on you, bastards. I hope you get prosecuted. Eventually, under the next administration. Michael Carell from the WTH News Network. If you appreciate our take on the fucking horrific news, hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons, and the stars, and if you stayed till the end, leave a heart, and take up the hearts where you are. Help us grow. Help us grow. Share with your friends. Share it on your other social media. Share it on social medias where we are not, which is, hard to find someplace that we are not. And I'll see you for the next horrific fucking piece of crap story that I have to tell you about. Thank you. Thank you very much.